Happy Friday, happy Friday. Looking crazy as usual. After dropping this little baby off, about to um, head to the house. Get ready for work. Head out. Woo, my hair, y'all. Anyways, good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, First through last of all, before I even start with the down. Sorry, I got a call. I look crazy, y'all. First off, I want to say shout out to 101 subscribers. What? Hey, 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 101. Um, I appreciate all y'all. What's up, family? Looking forward to growing with you guys. I'm sorry, I gotta put my hood on. I look crazy. I'm definitely looking forward to growing with you guys. Appreciative of everyone who's been liking the videos, who's been tuning in. You know what I mean? Yeah, so thank y'all. This don't look any better. Let me stop tripping. Woo! I was feeling like when I got this blonde hair, I be looking like how them baby ducks be looking when they hatch, you know? Anyways, so as we get through this Friday, I will, as we approach this weekend, I should say, I will highly encourage, and I will every fucking Friday, just every day in general, but definitely take time to recharge this weekend, especially if you work during the week. Definitely get some rest. I'm hearing somebody needs to give their body a break from partying. Yeah, give your body a break from that alcohol or whatever other substance is. You know what I mean? It's gonna be there next weekend. You know what I mean? That shit ain't going nowhere. So I've been like kind of guided to talk about people battling with loneliness. And I was just guided to kind of tell my story a little bit. So I'm gonna be in and out of like channeling and then, you know, just kind of saying my piece about the situation, because I feel like me understanding why the cause of my suffering is kind of what helped me grounded me in my purpose. And I was talking about just like yesterday how a lot of people are battling with or putting pressure on themselves to find their purpose. You know what I mean? So I feel like some people, I'm speaking for the only child, I'm speaking for the only sex of amongst many children, I'm speaking for the one that was just kind of different, that even though you had other siblings, or you had one other sibling, you kind of grew up by yourself. It could have been like a big ass age gap, or it like honestly parents try to say that they don't pick favorites and shit like that, but they do. You know what I mean? And some of you, I'm speaking to the one that wasn't the favorite. Hey pup, what's up? Good morning. So I was also like reflecting on just certain relationships I had been in when I was younger, and just being like super faithful to somebody that like kind of wasn't right, and just sitting around looking hella beautiful and sexy. Oh, now the water wants to come off. The sprinklers was on and they just cut off so I can walk through because I'm a goddess. Yes, Jordan. Yes. Good morning, trees. Good morning, grass. Nah. What's it called? And just like sitting and being faithful, and just like living a lonely life to the point where it's like even in a relationship you feel lonely. In your friend groups, like you kind of feel, you know, just kind of like the odd one out, I'm hearing. And I'm hearing that like there's a lot of self-reflection that like has been going on lately with the collective, and I'm here making like, I feel like this message is supposed to like help you make peace with things. Your journey was supposed to be a little lonely because you're supposed to stand out, and you're supposed to be like, you were supposed to be different. You know what I mean? Like you've always had like a unique I'm thinking twinkle, but I'm just seeing this spark. Like you had like a unique spark to you. You know what I mean? and like people rejected it a lot. And I don't know, I guess I'm just here to like to affirm that like it wasn't anything against you, and that you will, and I'm hearing like you'll soon join forces with like your soul tribe. It was just that you had to elevate out of certain spaces and situations and like family dynamics to help you grow. Um, um, yeah, and it's like it's not easy. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot of people tried to like alienate you at different places. I mean, in different like places of your life. You know what I mean? And it's just it really wasn't fair to you. But if it felt like if you ever felt misunderstood, it's because like people didn't understand you. You know what I mean? Like people can't understand why some people are happy. Some people can't understand why people have big hearts. Some people can't understand why people are so goofy. Like, why are you laughing in a moment like this? Nigga, because it's funny. Shit, a lot of people can't understand those things. They can't see past their barriers. They can't see past their unhappiness. You know what I mean? But keep going. Keep going. You like this solitude that you've been in, this a long time that you've been in, is to strengthen you for when you do come into your I'm hearing colony. I'm hearing when you come into certain spaces that you stand up and you stand out. You know what I mean? Like how many of us have this fear of being seen or heard? You know what I mean? And like there's a lot of self-discovery that needs to be had. There's a lot of confidence that you need to take on this next level. That's what I'm hearing. Good morning to everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for waking up with Drees. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, AA broadcasting live from the Bay Area, California. And yeah, there's a level of confidence that you need to embark in this next level of your life. You know what I mean? You've been too humble. You've been too modest. You definitely have. And I get that. Like, I hate cocky people. You know what I mean? Like, that shit, it rubs me the wrong fucking way. So I feel like my dislike to people who are just show-offs made me, like, kind of put myself in the shadows, kind of. When I was, like, one of the rawest ones. You know what I mean? I couldn't hide that shit. I was always one of the top bitches in class. For real, nigga. But yeah, like I said, like there's a certain level of confidence that you need to go into this next level, and some of the solitude was for you to kind of sit with yourself and get like, it's like when you're around too many people too much, you start grasping onto their personality. You know what I mean? You need to come into yourself. Maybe, and I'm hearing that as talking to someone who like is used to being around people and kind of going through a time of solitude, a time of separation, and it's because that you're so that you can come into your own self. If you're around these people too much, you start talking like them, you start walking like them, you start dressing like them. Who are you at your core? You know, I feel like a lot of people, it's like, especially with just scrolling on social media, spending so much time looking into other people's lives, you kind of lose identity of self, and spirit does not want that for any of us. Like I have a business partner that has been putting me on the chat GPT. I'm a creator myself, you know what I mean? So I'm the type of person that creates ideas and makes waves with certain things, you know what I mean? But chat does know it all, you know, allegedly. So but I just was thinking about how AI is convenient for the busy person, but how it could also take away from one's creativity. You know, if you got this machine doing all the work, what are you doing? You know? And as a creator, I just feel like, you know, that's just like taking away the arts programs in schools. You know what I mean? Like, damn. You're supposed to connect to that energy. You're supposed to connect to that creative energy. You're supposed to in times alone, you are supposed to connect with self. Start taking accountability for certain actions that you have. Start keeping it real about certain habits and certain people that's not supposed to be there and why certain situations happen. You know, these situations keep repeating in your head because you're not acknowledging your own feelings on it. For one, you're not, and you also aren't keeping it real with the part that you played in it. That shit down real quick. It has for me at least. For real, for real. But you know, you aren't meant to be alone forever. You know what I mean? You do deserve the best. And I think this is all a test to just self-love. You're not going to get that love that you desire until you start loving on yourself better. You know? And then once you do that, then it's going to be some more triggers you're going to have to go through to be able to trust again, to be able to love again. And I just start like choking up a little bit because like somebody is heartbroken. Somebody don't trust no fucking body. Like, and I get it, you know? It's a cold world we live in, you know what I mean? There's people that have dealt, like I say, I advocate for victims of trauma. I've heard some real tough stories, you know what I mean? I got some young women, 13, 14, going through it already, you know? And I remember when I was hurt too. And a lot of situations I did have to go through by myself, man. And I think like one part of my healing is like trying to like heal the resentment, you know what I mean? And just understanding why, like, nigga, the fact that I went through all these things, I still have a big heart. I'm stable, you feel me? I'm not fucked off. I can give that to a young woman that's coming up in the same circumstances, you know what I mean? And maybe that's a testament to who you are as a person. Maybe you're supposed to be here. Maybe you went through your shit so that you can uplift other people's out of theirs. Because the suffering ain't gonna stop. How you get through it is everything, though. You know what I mean? We don't have to get through it the same way that our ancestors did, and we aren't. You know? We got a leg up, nigga. I'm black. Do you know what the fuck my ancestors went through? The fuck? And salute to all of my ancestors, you know? Everybody that came before us, man. And we still fighting. We still fighting. But I hope that touched somebody this morning. I am approaching my humble abode. I gotta go switch out my walking clothes to my office clothes. I'm gonna be reading for y'all like around 2 this afternoon. And shout out to my 101 subscribers. Hey, welcome to the family. We cousins now, nigga. What's up? I will start calling y'all that. Y'all my cousins now, nigga. But I really love y'all for y'all support. Definitely like the video, subscribe to Dreezy and T for more of me. I'll catch y'all this afternoon, definitely. And once again, it's your talented intuitive, the host of spirituality, leading all you bitches to the promised land, myself included. And I'm definitely gonna catch y'all on the next one. Hey.